Okay guys, video update time. Went on a little ordering spree today. We've got coming the PPS motor mount to get the 2028 mounted XLX2 ESC. Got a Perfect Pass Monster servo on the way, Perfect Pass springs, and pretty much everything that's not out of stock in the Ram Jam Racing catalog, which is basically all the shafts and the center spool. So for now, all the electronics are pretty much on the way. So we should be able to start doing some tuning passes with this bad boy soon. As far as the Vendetta and the Fortec, you know, they promised me all last week the weather was going to be good. Today I get up, I'm loading things in the car at about 7 a.m. It's nice and calm, 70 degrees. I figure by the time I get to my running spot that I found that it'd probably be about 75. I get there, get out of the car, and the wind's blowing at about 20 miles an hour. And then this afternoon, rain moved in. So once again delayed. I'm really itching to get them out, but Mother Nature is not wanting to play along. I really don't want to be trying to run in high winds, especially on initial passes or a maiden pass on a new build. So, and that would be the Vendetta. The Fortec, it's almost a maiden pass because that was a major chassis overhaul over the winter. So, you know, I know I'm pretty close on the tune on that, but still, to be able to know if it's the car or the weather, sometimes that's difficult. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. But yeah, all this, everything you see right here is going to be all titanium and nice CNC 7075 aluminum. Here before long, there'll be an ESC sitting there and a big freaking motor sitting here and a servo and everything like that. So progress is being made. It's just not in the car yet. Now, a little update on the Relarlo challenge. I know some of y'all are out there, have ordered chassis and so on. I have not received shipment notification on mine yet. I was expecting it today. Hopefully, maybe I'll get it tomorrow. I don't know. Others are getting emails. I have the carbon fiber roller on order. I've got motors and ESCs sitting here waiting for it. I've also got the Relaro motors and ESCs coming. I just really wish I would get some kind of shipment notification. You know, some of these guys are, you know, Ross Schifrin's put his hat in the ring. Michael Kobe's put his hat in the ring. You know, these guys are serious speed runners. They get too much of a head start, and most of us are going to be at a serious disadvantage. I didn't really think Roz would be that interested in doing it, but apparently I was wrong. He was more impressed with the chassis than I thought he would be because he's a 1/7 scale guy, but apparently he's taking this one seriously. I've been doing some work on the Ray, but I haven't got that complete yet. I'll finish that up this evening. But yeah, things are moving along. The quest for 200 is Sable, and so we will be getting this one sorted out here pretty quick. That pretty much covers all of the electronics save for one thing, and that is the throttle controller, which I will get before the next video on it. I've got two of them. I, you know, run the Vendetta or the Fortec and get them maxed out, and you know, I might be able to borrow one, but I've got to order two more anyway, so I will get that done. Um, Setup and tuning on this thing. I'm kind of looking for a ballpark starting point. I'm going back through posts and everything to see how everybody's kind of set theirs up on the shock oils and things. I know I got to pull the front diff, do some stuff with that. I got to pull the rear diff, do some stuff with that. It's not because there's anything wrong. This is more tuning stuff than anything else. So I'll be working on those. That pretty much covers the Limitless update. As I said, I got it painted. I pretty much just used some paint that I had. I tried to give it kind of a burnt paint look on the nose. It kind of sort of worked, kind of didn't. But I should definitely be able to see this thing during a pass, as bright as it is. We'll probably, when I go to the bigger body, the wider body, I'll probably keep a similar color scheme, because like I said, that should be pretty easy to see. I should have brought the white a little bit further up, but I wasn't thinking. But I should be able to differentiate the colors at a distance and be able to see what's going on. The other things I'm still kind of thinking about is I pulled the rear tire off and was looking at the carrier and stuff like that. I've got to go back through and look at some and talk to Sean Marshall a little bit, as well as a couple other people. I don't know if anybody's really messing with the carrier's knuckles and casters. If y'all are leaving those plastic, or if you're upgrading to the alloys in those areas just to make sure that the bearings stay true. To me, it's a good idea. I'm just not sure about the weight. I'm considering it. I'll make that decision by the time I start putting things together. And we'll figure out what I'm going to do. I'm leaning towards it, but like I said, I'm going to talk to Sean Marsh a little more and see what he thinks. We'll get doing some of the aero work and stuff on this body here before too much longer as well, once I get the electronics and everything installed and I do a shakedown, make sure everything's dialed as far as the electronics go, and then we'll start doing some real passes with it and start working on the aerodynamics of this body. I think what we're going to do is we're going to max out with this body first, just to see how fast we can get open wheel. And then once we're maxed out on open wheel, then we'll do the chassis extensions out to GT width, and then go to the Performance Limitless body, and then try to max out again. I think the Performance Limitless body is going to drop the amp load on the motor a good amount compared to this. So we'll see what happens. But it is coming along, and just wanted to give you an update on the parts ordering situation. I'm really looking forward to seeing this big frickin' motor sitting in there. If you haven't held a 2028 1700, them things are massive. They are massive motors, and I will be getting a second one as a backup. So that way, if something does happen with this one, I can just swap the motors real quick. The other thought is maybe get a TP Power motor as a backup. I haven't decided. I could go either way. The XLX2 would handle either one, but we will see. I do have a motor sitting here for the Rolarlo, and I've got it turned over, hiding the label, because that's my secret sauce, pretty much. It is a 120 amp motor. It should work. We'll see if the Rolarlo ESC can handle it. If not, then we'll put an MMX 6S in it. The Relarlo ESC said they say it's 120 amp, so we will hook that up first and see how that goes. Hopefully it'll push it. If not, then there's an MMX6S about right down at the local hobby shop I could get. He keeps them in stock, so it's not a problem to swap them out real fast. I do have a brand new MMX6S sitting here, but that has to go in the Baja Ray to replace the one I burn up. The one I burn up needs to go back to Castle because it should be a warranty deal. The BEC, internal BEC on it shorted out and then fried the ESC, so we will send that one off to Castle. But I doubt I would have it back in time for the challenge. Challenge rules. Somebody posted them. It has to be the AK917. Any modifications are allowed. They haven't figured out exactly how they want the speeds recorded as far as what GPS or GNSS. I'm equipped to go a couple different ways. I can use the Sky RC, or I can use the WFly telemetry, either one. I will need to get another telemetry antenna ordered. That way I have it here. They have them on Amazon, so that's not a big deal. They'll ship pretty quick. I gotta get another receiver for it too, because the next receiver I have is for this, and it's running around here somewhere in this mess. I've been trying to figure out. I guess I'm gonna have to crack the manual. What these flat plastic covers are for. I'm thinking maybe they're for the suspension arms, but I'm not sure. So if anybody knows what those are supposed to be for, give me a shout, because they look like they go in, they sit down into something, like maybe they're I don't know, kind of weird. I gotta break up the manual, I guess, and look, but I'm not sure what those are for. So if anybody knows, give me a holler. I'm thinking 50W in the shocks. Possibly. You know, they're a nice alloy shock. I just wish the caps were alloy as well. I think they're plastic. I don't know of anybody that makes an aftermarket Limitless shock. And I don't think that the Perfect Pass springs would fit any other shock except these. So I think Roz did them for these shocks, so we will leave them stock. They're pretty beefy shocks, so I don't see any. Not sure if there's going to be any issue there. But yeah, I've got the. You know, when I went to Ram Jam, they had the front. He has the front axles, the rear, the front CVs, the rear axles, the center shafts, the center spool. He has a carbon top brace designed and sometimes available. He's out of stock. He's looking for a new carbon fiber supplier. So I'm waiting on those to come back in. So for now, it'll have the alloy top brace until he gets his back in stock. As far as splitters and stuff like that, got to look around. We'll run, at least for the moment, the stock plastic everywhere until we start getting some real speed, and then we're gonna start making changes to the aero. As far as the components, you know, we'll do some tuning on the wings, but we're gonna leave it stock for the most part right now until we start getting up above 100 miles an hour and start pushing 120. Then we'll start looking more into improvements as far as components. But as far as the body, like I said, we're going to remain with the stock body until we max out using the stock open wheel, and then we'll go to a enclosed wheel body and side extensions. It's going to stay a single motor. I'm not going to do a dual motor setup, at least not now. Down the road maybe, but not right now. The 6500 Onyxes that I have slot right in here without an issue. So those are the packs that we're going to be running, at least initially. I might end up going to a twin 8S setup. Probably will at some point. I'd like to be running that on the Vendetta at the moment, but I didn't have the charger. So until I get the charger, yeah, see those slot in just perfect. Until I get the charger, I can't do it. That's an 8S pack yet, and I need to invest in the 8S charger since I'm really getting serious about this. That way I can use the 8S packs. Now if I go twin 8S, because honestly I'm not sure that these two packs would be enough to push that motor on a full run. I'm worried that they'll go flat before it hits top speed, because that thing is going to pull some serious volts. Also going to pull some serious amps, so I may have to do some readjustment of the power supplies. What the heck is going on here? What the heck did you do to me, Arma? I can't get this darn thing open. It's not letting go. There it goes. Couldn't find the end of it. But yeah, these slot right in here, no problem whatsoever. And they fit nice and snug. And I think that at least initially, well, at least we know what the footprint of the batteries need to be. But I think that this is how it's going to initially go. And then when you put this big green can, just set this in here for a minute, because it does look pretty. Put that big green can in there. That is some serious power. The only thing I want to have, I really like to have twin 8S packs sitting there, but not there yet, guys. Not quite. The XLX2 is on the way. Got that off of Amazon. Local hobby shop didn't have any in stock, so I grabbed it off of Amazon. He does normally carry them, but he just didn't have any. Somebody else had bought one. He usually only keeps one on hand, but somebody else had got it. Now, if you live in San Antonio, there's a little event going on up down at the guy's backyard RC track. It's kind of a crawler / basher event this coming weekend. George over at Alamo City was telling me about it. I'm probably going to be over there this weekend. I'm going to hopefully have the Ray going, and I'm going to try to have the Yeti Score with me as well, just to have some fun. And we will hopefully get out there and bash with some of the locals, have a blast, hopefully, and meet some folks, run the Ray on the track for the first time, which should be interesting. I'm thinking I'm pretty close to a good track tune with it, but you know, I wasn't really tuning for track use per se. So that's going to be an interesting interesting day. If y'all are in the area, you live in San Antonio, you crawl, RC crawl, or bash, or race, doesn't matter. It's a dirt track in a dude's yard. He opens it up to the public because he enjoys racing other people just as much as he likes as, you know, most of the rest of us do. So if you're in the area, swing on by. Get a hold of George over at Alamo City Hobby if you need directions or anything. He knows the details. So, yeah, give him a shout. If you're needing a ride or anything like that, give me a shout. Like I said, we're going to try to head down there. Be there most of the day. I'm hoping he has power out there because I'll need a way to charge batteries. I'm going to have to move this strap somehow. It's down there awful tight, which means I'll have to loosen these up and slide it. I need the buckle up top. But yeah, come on down and join the crowd and have a good time. They're having raffles and giveaways and stuff like that. God dang, that's gonna be a snug fit. Ooh boy, snug. It just clears the steering. But yeah, come on down and join the fun and say hi to everybody. It's like I said, it's gonna be my first time as well meeting most of these guys around San Antonio. I'm gonna take my dirt trucks. I'll probably have the speed run vehicles with me as well, just to have them there in case I see a spot on the way back or something. Hopefully the weather stays nice and we all don't get rained out. But yeah, if you're in the area, come on down and have some fun with us. Should be a good time. Anyway, guys, that's the update video for today. This is going to be a really fun build. I'm going to spend a nice couple hours really pouring through the manual, looking at the exploded views and stuff, kind of getting ready to tear into the front diffs. I don't think they're too hard to get to, but then again, I ain't sure. I haven't really looked, so it might be interesting. But yeah, come on down, have some fun with us. Nothing else, just to hang out and watch the show. I don't expect to be winning any races or anything. I am not a racer. I just know that the Baja Ray is pretty quick, and I just don't know how well it's going to do on the track. I'm chasing a couple issues with it right now besides the ESC. I've got a little bit of a bind in the steering, and I'm not sure where it's coming from at the moment. What the hell? Why aren't you going on? Oh, servo arm. That's why. But so I'm working on that, and I've got to get the ESC in, and then I got to get the new body mounted, and I got to get Corey Atkins' new tire carry on there at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be this weekend. I'll take it out on the road with me, probably do it on the road, but everything else that's got to be done. I got to swap out the axles for the new axles that I have to test out, and then get the new ESC soldered up and wired, and then she should be ready to go. It's got to be ready by Saturday, so a little bit of work to do on it. That I got to find the receiver to throw in that. It's running around in here somewhere, but that's all that needs is the receiver and put the cover back on. So I'll chase those things down, get those things back in, but that's all those will need. That's all that needs. The Vendetta, the wire tidying is done. The last of the equipment mounting is done. It's ready to go. The Fortec is ready to go. We're waiting on Mother Nature to be ready to go. So, guys, I know I promised runs this week. Mother Nature's got to let us. If she lets me, we will definitely get some runs this week. If not, then I may take, like I said, Mother Nature is not letting us this week. But if it doesn't happen this weekend, I will take one of the speed run cars that with me on the truck. Probably the Vendetta, just so I have it in case I can find a spot to run it. I've got a spot here in San Antonio picked out. It just needs to quit doing this. So that's going to be kind of the hard thing to do with the Relarlo challenge too, is dealing with the weather. Hopefully the weather calms down by the time that kicks off. Hopefully I get my chassis pretty quick so I can get it built. Otherwise I'm going to be scrambling. Nobody realized it was going to be such a short time frame. They really wish they'd have given us an extra month. A month to build, a month to test and tune, and then a month for the actual challenge. That would have been great. Anyway, if you haven't seen the rules, they've been posted up by a couple people in the different Relarlo groups. We're going to find out how we stack up against the Roz. He usually doesn't play at 110, so we're going to see how we do. Could be interesting, guys. Keep an eye on YouTube, because that's where the videos are going to be posted. And say hi to the critter. He's being lazy. 4 years old, and all he does is just lay around the house. No job. Mooches off his mama and me. Lays around. Drools on everything. Sheds on everything. We got to clean up after him all the time. I think he voted for Biden. Anyway, have a good day, guys.